Hey everyone, Jeff here from HigherTrustMarketing.com and InfoMarketerZone.com. Welcome to today's lesson. Today's lesson is going to be very important, and it's going to address the mistaken impression that developing content every day is just too hard, and that developing your traffic and the front end activity on your online business requires a massive team, or it's just, if you've only got a half an hour or an hour a day, that's not enough time. We're going to dispel that myth today, and we're going to do it by showing you how much you can leverage a single piece of content and how you can mass distribute that and generate literally thousands of visitors to your website, and you can keep that going and continue to build content on top of that and feed that funnel until you get to this point where you're actually generating sales. So I hope you guys can see this okay. I've developed just an outline here, and this is the exact outline that we follow in our business every single day. And to the extent that we plug other people into that system, it's the same process that we follow to be able to generate traffic. Why? Because it works. It works exceptionally well. All right, so what we've got here on the left is a written piece of content. That's the way we start. We typically start with a blog post. Now, you could start over here with a video. You could start with other types of content, but we start with a written piece of content. Now, this could be literally 5 or 6 paragraphs of a blog post. Now, I've given an example here. You've got your different topics. You could have fitness. You could have relationships, right? You could have money and finance. You could have a hobby. Whatever the topic is that you've chosen, whatever your market is, you want to get that initial piece of content written. Now, that could be as simple as answering a question. It could be, on the backs of the last video we did, if you saw that, it could be something that's entertaining, or it could be something that's designed to be controversial or engaging, right? But that initial piece of content is a one-page blog post that could be anywhere from 500 words to 1,000 words. Now, I've chosen a topic here. The initial topic, let's say it's a fitness niche, right? And that initial topic that I've chosen is 3 steps to lose 10 pounds, and let's say it's within 4 weeks. Okay, compelling. It's, that if you're in the fitness niche, it's going to be of interest to your market. So you write an article, and maybe that article is, the 3 steps are a fitness program that you suggest that they follow for each week for the next 4 weeks, right? So within 30 days, they're going to lose 10 pounds if they follow a specific fitness regime. And you can write a paragraph or 2 about that. Then the second second tip is that they want to avoid certain foods for the next 30 days. Maybe a lot of carbs, sugars, juices, right? And that's your tip number 2. Now, tip number 3 is that you want them drinking more water to substitute for the sodas and substitute for the juices, etc. And that's going to help them lose the 10 pounds. Okay, that's your piece of content. That's written. That should take you 15 minutes to write that piece of content. Now, the next thing that we do as soon as we have that content written is that we go ahead and we produce a video. Okay, and that video is really just a script off of the article, so that we go through the article and we produce a video. And that video ideally would be between 10 and 15 minutes long, could be anywhere from sort of 5 minutes up to 20 minutes long, but it's going through the exact same thing the article did. And it's just explaining, here are the 3 tips on how to lose 10 pounds within 30 days. Okay, so now you've got a video. And that video, by the way, could be a talking head video like I'm doing now, where you see me. It could be you at a whiteboard, could be you just in front of the camera, could be you in a nice setting, could be also a PowerPoint presentation, right? Because we also talk about the other piece of content you want to develop off this article is a set of slides or PowerPoint presentation. Now, there's many reasons why you want to do that. Number 1, you're going to see in a minute, there's places that you can have PowerPoint presentations go viral. But second, there are ways that you're going to be able to use that PowerPoint presentation in future if you ever do seminars, workshops, webinars, and live stage shows, right? So producing the PowerPoint presentation off that. So I'll give you another 15 minutes for the video. and give you maybe another 15 minutes for the PowerPoint presentation. Because literally you're taking the same content and you're just either packaging it as a video or packaging it as a set of slides. Okay, all of that we help you with within infomarketerzone.com. This is part of a 6-week program, a fast-track program for getting your business online. Everything from coming up with the ideas to getting your product launched to these sorts of advanced marketing techniques where you learn how to leverage your effort, get tons of traffic to your site, work it through a sales funnel, and convert it into sales. Okay, so now we've got our 3 pieces of content. That's taken us 45 minutes to develop that. Okay, so surely you can do that a couple of times a week. Now, what can we do with all of that? Well, now what we do is we upload the video to YouTube, okay? And then we announce that to our social networks. We upload the video to Facebook, and we announce that to the social networks. We upload the video to Twitter and to Instagram, and we let our community know about it, okay? We also upload and notify, right, the social networks of our blog post. When we post the content to the blog, we let Facebook, Twitter, Instagram know about it, right? So already we're getting all kinds of syndication of eyeballs on the content, on our written content, on our video content, and on our slide content. Okay, so because when you upload your slides to SlideShare, okay, right here, you're going to be able to link SlideShare to all your social networking accounts. By the way, all these social networking alerts, they can be automated. They can be automatically linked to your blog. So every time you post to your blog, the notification goes out to these social networks, right? So without you even doing anything, they know about it, and you'll start to get visitors based solely on that. When you upload a video to YouTube, notifies your whole social network. Again, you get the benefit of letting all of your community know about valuable content that you just developed. Same thing with SlideShare. Let your community know about it. Okay, so you've now gotten, basically 10, and there's more of them than this. These are the main ones. You've got 10 notifications sent out 3 times. 30 notifications have been sent out automatically because of 45 minutes of work. Okay, and that's the power, and you'll start to get eyeballs. Now imagine you do that 3 or 4 times a week, and you're getting, before you know it, you're getting, you're getting in excess of 300 or 400 alerts that are entered. This is before you even lift a finger in terms of trying to create additional alerts. There's nothing says you can't go and notify these networks again 6 hours later and 12 hours later, and we do that too, because these places are starting to get so busy that you need to be able to gain attention. Okay. The other thing that you do is you generate periscopes and streams and meerkats of this material. Just like you did the video, you can do a live version on Periscope or Meerkat. Or all you have to do is get on Periscope and Meerkat and say, hey, I just came up with a new piece of content. I've got a great system for losing 10 pounds in 30 days. Tell your story, maybe allude to a tip or two, and then send them back to the blog or send them back to the video, right? So again, these are just other notification methods. What you're doing is you're going out and you're being noticed. You're overcoming obscurity. You're becoming noticed in your realm. And do this consistently, guys, and you will become quickly an authority known in your marketplace, and you'll be generating all kinds of traffic. Now, where does this traffic go? Right? So you're creating this buzz, and all of a sudden you're becoming well known, and you're being seen, and people are getting interested in you. You're creating a buzz in the marketplace, and you're creating a champion, that 20% of the market that really wants answers to this and desperately needs solutions. They're starting to come to you. So where do you send them? So where you send them on every one of these pieces of content, okay, is your sales funnel. And that's what we have here in green. Your sales funnel needs to be what? It needs to be a landing page. You just need a landing page. Landing page is usually what? It's an offer of an incentive. So what would that be? Well, you spend another half an hour developing a 5-page report that talks about how to lose even more weight or tackles another issue. So how do you stay motivated after the 30 days? How do you stick to a diet? How do you keep the 10 pounds off? How do you lose another 10 pounds? How do you lose size off of your waist, right? So weight is one thing, but much more visible to many people is maybe the love handles or the gut that they have or their legs, some area of the body. So again, adapt this to your own topic. I'm just using weight loss or fitness as one example. You can adapt this to your own market. But what you want to do is develop a 5-page report, an incentive, and all of what you're marketing here feeds back to that landing page, the incentive that is designed to get the most urgent 20% of your market, the folks that are most likely to buy your products, to be able to get to sign up to your sales funnel. At which point you have a 5 to 7 part sequence, in your autoresponder that sends them through a sequence that shares empathy with them, that tells them that, hey, you know where they are right now in terms of their mindset. Number 2, that you've got a solution that's different and that you can help them with. And number 3, maybe one tip to show them that you really are different and that you have the answer to the solution. And number 4, that if you like this information, then you're going to like the full package much more. And guess what the full package is, right? The full package is something that you have for sale, okay? So I hope you can understand that developing content, when you start to see some of the big players in the marketplace, and they seem to be generating content all the time, constantly, and you're figuring out that, or at least your thinking is that they've got a massive team behind that. Chances are they do have a couple of people helping them out in that area if they're a big name. And certainly we leverage people to help us in this process. But more important is that just with a single piece of content that you've written up here in the blog post that took you 15 minutes to write, you can generate thousands upon thousands of visitors to your website, of which you will get potentially hundreds into your sales funnel, out of which you'll get tens of sales. Okay, that's the sequence. And you do that 3 or 4 times a week, and you start to add up your sales, and you start to see, hey, that's a heck of a lot better than what I'm getting today, isn't it? Right? Okay, so if you're developing sporadic content and you're not leveraging this system, then you know now why it's not working, right? If you're developing, so 2 things with content: has to be attractive, interesting, attention-getting in terms of your title and your topic. Has to be related to what you're eventually going to offer to your customer when they go through the sales funnel. But it also has to be consistent. You need to be doing this every day. And when you look at this system, I think you'll understand that it's not such a big headache, right? 15-minute article is really where all this starts. And it's not that difficult to come up with that piece of content if you understand that all of the other activities that you see here are really just, they're automated or simple activities that ride on the back of that initial content generation. Okay, so if you guys have questions on this, head over to Twitter. @HigherTrust is my handle on Twitter. Ask away, ask any follow-up questions you have. Give me a comment on the content. We'll do more of these if you feel it's valuable. Head over if you want to, get the entire package and see from soup to nuts, right from A to Z, the 6-week fast track program, along with all our tools and resources. We've been doing business in 4 different businesses online for over 10 years now. And so we've learned a lot. Obviously, we deal with a lot every week. We've helped thousands of other people through infomarketerzone.com. That's infomarketerzone.com. Okay, head over there. And for less than a cup of coffee a day, you'll have access to all of that, including some private mentoring from us and from other entrepreneurs who are taking advantage of the program. Okay, thanks for joining me today. If you have questions on this, hit me up @HigherTrust. You'll also see us over at Facebook /HigherTrust. And our blog, with lots more content like this and lots of podcasts, lots of videos, is over at highertrustmarketing.com /blog. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.